Think muscle cars are out of reach unless you got deep pockets? Think again. Today we're bringing you 6 budget-friendly classics that still deliver that raw, high-octane experience without forcing you to take out a second mortgage. These aren't trailer queens or collectors' safe queens. They're real-deal muscle machines you can still afford and actually drive. Welcome to Regal Rides, where legends live on. On this channel, we explore the story, specs, and soul of classic cars that shape generations. And today, we're spotlighting 6 muscle cars that punch well above their price tag. If you've ever dreamed of owning a slice of American V8 history without breaking the bank, stick around, because this one's for you. Number 1, 1973 Pontiac Ventura GTO. Let's start with a car that's often misunderstood. The 1973 Pontiac Ventura GTO. This was the year Pontiac shifted the iconic GTO name onto the smaller X-body Ventura. The move upset a lot of muscle car purists, mainly because the aggressive styling and big block options of earlier GTOs were gone. But this wasn't just a rebadge. Under the hood, you still got a 350 cubic inch V8, producing up to 200 horsepower, enough to make the lightweight Ventura a fun, punchy street car. Sure, it didn't have the same street presence as the 66 or 70 GTOs, but it carried the badge with dignity during a tough era of emissions and insurance crackdowns. Because of its oddball status, the Ventura GTO remains a bargain. You can still find solid drivable examples for under $15,000. It's a smart buy for anyone who wants real GTO history without breaking the bank. And a perfect reminder that muscle isn't always about size. And speaking of small cars with big punch, the next one is even more of a sleeper. Number 2, 1975 Dodge Dart Sport 360. If the Ventura GTO was misunderstood, the 1975 Dodge Dart Sport 360 was almost invisible until you started it up. The Dart was typically seen as a budget car, but the Sport 360 model changed that. Dodge dropped in a 360 cubic inch small block V8, producing 245 horsepower, more than enough to turn this compact into a genuine street contender. With a curb weight of just over 3,100 pounds, it had an impressive power-to-weight ratio for its class. Factory tests showed it could easily keep up with some of the bigger names in the muscle car world, especially with minor tuning. The styling was understated, with clean lines and minimal badging, but that was part of its charm. This was a muscle car that didn't scream for attention. Today, it's still off the radar, which means prices are often below $12,000. It's one of the smartest sleeper buys of the 70s. Now, if you're after bold styling and racing heritage instead of subtlety, the next car delivers both. Number 3, 1971 AMC Javelin SST. The 1971 AMC Javelin SST is one of the most distinct muscle cars of the era, and one of the most overlooked. AMC was always the oddball among the big 3, but the Javelin proved they could build a stylish and competitive muscle car. With its sculpted body lines, wide stance, and aggressive grille, the Javelin looked fast standing still. The SST trim added upgraded interior and exterior touches, and buyers could opt for V8s ranging from 304 to 401 cubic inches. That top-end 401 V8 made over 330 horsepower. Serious muscle for the time. AMC even backed it up on the racetrack, entering the Javelin in Trans Am and winning the championship with drivers like Mark Donohue. Today, Javelins, especially the SSTs, remain underrated, which keeps prices in the $15,000 to $20,000 range for decent examples. It's a unique alternative that combines muscle, style, and motorsport credibility. Looking for something more stripped down and brutal? The next pick is Mopar muscle with zero pretenses. Number 4, 1974 Plymouth Duster 360. The 1974 Plymouth Duster 360 is proof that big performance can come in a small package. Built on the A-body platform, the Duster was compact, light, and inexpensive, perfect for performance upgrades. The 360 cubic inch V8 made up to 245 horsepower, and with the right gearing, it could run the quarter mile in the low 14 straight from the factory. It was lighter than most competitors, giving it excellent off-the-line performance. The styling was simple, rounded lines, short overhangs, and just enough muscle to get noticed. But its true appeal was in the way it drove. Raw, responsive, and unapologetically loud. You'll still find clean Duster 360s under $15,000. It's one of the best performance per dollar values in the Mopar world, and a great option for anyone who wants a visceral driving experience on a budget. But maybe you're more into comfort without giving up V8 power. The next one adds a little luxury to the muscle mix. Number 5. 1977 Mercury Cougar XR7. The 1977 Mercury Cougar XR7 doesn't often come up in muscle car conversations, but maybe it should. It was built more as a personal luxury coupe, but underneath the plush interior and vinyl roof was a solid platform with muscle under the hood. Engine options included a 351 Windsor and a 400 cubic inch V8, both offering plenty of torque for smooth cruising. No, it wasn't a drag strip warrior, but it had enough low-end grunt to remind you it came from the same lineage as the Mustang. Inside, you got high back seats, fake with trim, and just enough chrome to feel upscale. Because it's not a typical collector car, XR7s are still cheap, often under $8,000. If you want something different, comfortable, and still V8 powered, this is one of the best values out there. Now let's close it out with a true everyman's muscle car, affordable, versatile, and ready to build. Number 6. 1978 Chevrolet Nova SS. By 1978, the muscle car era was winding down, but the Chevy Nova SS kept the flame alive. While the emissions era had choke performance, the Nova SS still offered a 350 small block V8 and rear-wheel drive, a simple, dependable formula. The SS trim included upgraded suspension and appearance tweaks, but the real appeal was the platform. The Nova is easy to work on, highly customizable, and parts are everywhere. Stock performance was decent, but with a few bolt-ons, the 350 could easily put down serious power. Even better, you can still find solid examples under $10,000. The late 70s Nova SS is one of the last budget-friendly ways to own a true SS badge car, and a great base for building your own muscle machine. What I love about these cars is that they all offer real soul. They're not perfect, they're not pampered, but they have stories. I still remember the first time I saw a Duster 360 do a burnout at a high school car show. Loud, unapologetic, and unforgettable. That's the beauty of budget muscle. You don't have to be rich to feel the roar, to build a connection with something mechanical and alive. These cars offer access to that feeling, and that's priceless. So, which one of these budget-friendly bruisers would you take home? Let me know in the comments. And if you've owned or driven one of these, I want to hear your story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next ride into classic car history. Thanks for watching Regal Rides, where the past never goes out of style.